actually get out of here. It's just like an inconvenience to her. She just can't wait to like get out of there and be home. Well, you got bigger problems, girl. But she says, I'm not Thomas Jefferson's concubine. No, no, you're such a fucking character. Just let that chip go out. I wouldn't do it. I will rise up. I mean, I don't even understand what she's saying. I will rise up. I am who I am. I don't give a fuck. Then she says, can you run that by people? I'm really rich. I'm really rich and I will stay in jail for a year or two. I'm sorry. It's not you. I'm sorry. Okay, so she apologized, but she's basically saying, if we want to sum this all up, do you know who I am? I'm Karen Huger from the Real Housewives of Potomac. Andy Cohen is my boss, and I'm really rich, so I'm above all this. So get this is an annoyance. Get the fuck out of my face. I'm fucking going home. Well, no, that's not how it works. Okay. So, it rings home in a sense that, like I said, I have hung out with these women, I have gone out with them, and I cannot tell you how many times I have heard the do you know who I am? And I just shudder and turn the other way. It's used, and look, it's not just housewives, everyone. It's like, we all know who you are, but it no longer matters, sweetheart, because you're not above the law. So, yes, are we somewhat amused by watching these videos? And she's like, I'm the Grand Dame and the wig is falling off. Yeah, we're all amused by this because it's Karen Huger. But I say that, I mean, take her out of the show. What would you be saying about this if you were watching a 61-year-old woman behave like this? Completely drunk. It's completely uncalled for. And I believe that it's you're drunk. So you're just saying the truth of what is your truth. When you say, do you know who I am? And I'm the Grand Dame and all this other stuff, you truly believe it. You truly believe it. And that's not her. It's so I can't generalize, right? I can't generalize, but it's most of these women that I've seen interact. So you're not above this. You're not going to get out of it. I understand you crashed your car and you're probably nervous, but doesn't seem that way. If I were crashed my car and I were pulled over, I would be saying, "Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir." And I would be shaking shitless in my fucking goddamn boots that I was going to fucking go to jail. And I would say, "I'm sorry, sir. I don't know where my license is, sir. I'm so sorry, sir." And then when I was in the car and we were driving to the police station, I would probably say, "What's going to happen to me? I don't want to go to jail. I'm really scared." I would be saying things like that, which I'm not so sure that's so great either if you're in a police car and you're saying all this. But I think it's better than saying, do you know who I am? And my boss is Andy Cohen and I'm the Grand Dame. So we would be disgusted. Yes, it's fun. She is the Grand Dame. Her wig is coming off. Thomas Jefferson's concubine. Yeah, this is why we love watching her. It is entertaining, but we would be disgusted if this were some other 61-year-old woman who was behaving like this. Nobody here listening would think it was cute. So I'm not preaching, I just think that it is, I don't know where they find there. I think there's a personality they look for when they're casting housewives. And I personally think it's the cardinal sin to make for anyone famous to start to think, do you know who I am? I would never think that. I would never go there. It's all fake. It doesn't matter. And you're not above the law. I mean, we have somebody now who's in jail. His name is Diddy, who has a shitload more money, probably I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50 times more money than Karen Huger, probably 75 times more money than Karen Huger, who also thought they were above the law. So nobody is above the law. And it's the mistake that I guess I am on a soapbox today. It's the mistake, but everyone's been asking me to speak about this and react. It's the mistake that these women as a whole make. I mean, and I do think the younger generation or a little bit younger are better at it. The show is the vehicle for your business. Nobody has ever understood that better than Bethany Frankel when she said, I will take less money. Give me 7,250. I don't want your $15,000 for season one. Give me this. I'm going to bet on myself. Keep your 7,250. And she needed the money so bad. Keep that. But we're putting the Bethany clause in. And anything I do from this show, you're not getting a piece of. That is I get it. I would have negotiated the same thing. And now look at this. So she understood it, but you even look at like Craig Conover with the sewing business. Now he's opened a bar. You look at Paige. Paige, yes, Paige had an online presence before, to be an influencer in the fashion space, but look at what she's doing. She is building a fashion empire, even to a lesser extent, Lala. I don't know the current state of Lala, Give Them Beauty, but Loverboy. I mean, so some of these things might have existed, but these are to me businesses that are it's the show is the vehicle for your side business. The show will end. It ends for everyone. When it ends, like anyone else who's ever been fired, we'll talk about you in a minute, Alexis, if we have time. There'll be no advance notice. There'll be no let's keep in touch. Sure, if Andy sees somebody at a party, he loves Sonia Morgan. Sonia's done on Bravo. We'll never see her back. Okay. I think the mistake, when Shannon Bedore is up there screaming, Alexis, oh, you're a TV star. Well, so are you, Shannon. I mean, you've tried to have other businesses. I get it. But I think the mistake is when you think the show is the business in and of itself, and you are something. You're so fabulous because you go to BravoCon. Well, the police don't care. And when it's over, and and I'm so, I guess, riled up because you want to help these people. It's almost like I feel like saying to Karen, like, when it's over, they're going to kick you out. And I mean, let's not even get into what's going on with Teresa. That's a whole nother conversation. Okay. Because I got some advice for her too. So I don't know. I'm not angry. It's like it's almost sad. It's almost sad that look, Sonia Morgan, okay? She had the one asset she had. So somebody eventually got through to her with no business sense, Morgan, and said, despite the last name, and said, you have one asset. The one thing that's saving your life is this townhouse. Now, if you sell the townhouse, I don't know about the mortgages and liens or whatever, but here's the money you'll have from it. You have no earning power of anything else. Your toaster oven's a failure. Your shit at Century 21 is a failure. This is yes, it was COVID. Everything you've done over here is a total failure. I don't believe in coddling people in business. It's a total failure. And you have one asset here with money. So you can either keep your townhouse because that's what you want to do in your life because you don't want to get rid of it, or you could sell it and you actually can't afford to stay in New York City, girl. I don't know who you think you are. You're going to pack your bags, put your tail between your legs, and you'll go to Florida and you'll start over. Sonia's lucky. I truly believe if Sonia didn't have that townhouse, she would be homeless. I'm being totally honest. I'm not even being mean. I'm just being honest about these things. So Sonia, good for you for knowing here's the one asset. When it's over, it's over. And so I'm not like angry. It's just, you just want to say to these people, like, you're not above it. You're not above it. So yeah, I found the videos entertaining because I love the Grand Dame, but it's not funny. It's really not funny. And look, is this going to affect her Bravo future? I don't know. I mean, I know those rumors have started and I can see it. Look, I spent the entire season saying I think everyone's coming back on the Orange County. And then the last month or two, it just clarity got there with me. And I'm like, oh, Alexis isn't coming back the same way Von Teese didn't come back because we're not going to have another season. There's no point for Alexis. We're not going to have Alexis